Hi everyone, welcome to Conexiones, your bilingual show about Latin culture in the US. Tonight we have a very special show. We're here with María Alejo Puente, quien es la dueña de Passport Polish, and she's going to tell us all about her business and how she got started and all her life in New Orleans. Later on, we're going to have Paula Belanger from the Hispanic Apostolate, and we're going to talk about their summer gala, where they get some money to fund all the wonderful events that they do for our community. We are going to take you to the Tomato Festival that happened last weekend. Jay and I went there, and we learned about Creole tomato and about Bloody Marys. It was a great time. And after that, of course, Jay will tell us all about the events coming up so that you can have fun. So we're now getting started, and I'm so excited that you were able to join us today.
Thank you so much. I'm happy to be here.
Thank you for being here. I am super excited to have you feature in Vivanola, Passport Polish. It's an amazing company. You're doing so well.
Thank you.
And I couldn't believe when you told me that you're about to just make 1 year.
Yeah, it's been incredible. I started this, I officially launched July 1st. I started with 100 bottles, and I thought I was just going to sell, to my friends and just make bottles for me. But I sold out my first day, and it's just been growing ever since.
That's amazing. I mean, we've talked a little bit before, and I'm just amazed by all the effort and all the passion that you have put into this business. But before that, that wasn't something that you were doing. That's not something that you actually went to school to do business. No. Tell me about your background. You grew up in New Orleans?
Yes, I was born and raised in New Orleans. I grew up in Mid-City, and then we moved to Metairie. And then from there, once I graduated from Grace King, actually down the street from here, I went to Tulane. Actually got a degree in marketing from there. And then after that, I got a degree in psychology from Xavier. And then I went on to get my master's through the University of Alabama, also in psychology. I was working in hospitals doing psych evals. And I went to see one of my friends at New Orleans Entrepreneur Week, and she was talking about challenging yourself and, following your passions. And, that night I went home. I stayed up until 3 in the morning, and the idea for Passport Polish was born.
Wow.
Yeah.
So that was a lot of inspiration. Who was this friend?
My friend I.M. Tucker. She is the owner of one of the only women and minority-owned engineering firms in New Orleans.
Wow, that's so impressive. Isn't that amazing? I have a friend too that has been telling me, hey, you can do your own thing. Right. And you kind of have it in the back of your mind, and you admire these people because they work hard, but they accomplish so many great things. And sometimes it's hard to think that you can also do it, right?
Right.
So one thought until 3 in the morning got you started.
Right. And it's great because some people tend to get jealous and be like, oh, I wish I had that. My mindset is more, how can I get that? What can I do, to get in that position, So it's good.
So you wake up the next day and you're like, okay, I'm going to do this. What are the steps?
So first I had to start doing research. I went online and started looking, how in the world do I make nail polish? Because like I said, my background is in psychology and marketing, and had no idea how to do any of that. So found a website that, listed all of the things that, you need to make the nail polish. From there, went on to, YouTube University. And then from there, one of the people making it actually recommended a course that you can take in cosmetics to learn how to mix the different chemicals and things like that. So, I went through that course too, just to make sure, I know what I'm mixing. I'm not blowing up my house, things like that.
Safety first.
Safety first. If I'm going to be putting things on people's hands and lips, I need to make sure it's as safe as can be. From there, I learned what I needed to make things, cruelty free, as many less allergens as possible. Because like I mentioned earlier, I have sensitive skin and a bunch of allergies. So I needed to make sure my product is safe, and still, vibrant and everything.
It's very vibrant. I see these colors and they're so wonderful and they pop up and they look great with your passport because that's the concept, right? Tell me more about the concept.
So the concept of Passport Polish, before I go on any big trip, I always take my obligatory passport pic. So I'll, grab my passport and always put it there, showing my little ticket that I'm about to go, on vacation and stuff. And that was one of my inspiration things, when I'm trying to think of ideas. I'm like, what do I always do? I always travel. What can I get from there? And, I started looking through my pictures, and I see one of my pictures with my passport in hands, and I'm like, oh, my nails are always done for this. I can go with this. We can, start building from there. So that's where it just
So
started
that's
to
it.
develop.
Like travel is your inspiration,
Yes.
colorful
Yes.
things,
Color.
and polish and lipsticks because
Yes.
you're now doing the passport pouch as well.
Yes, yes.
Tell me about that.
So I started off with nail polish because, I used to do my nails faithfully every Sunday. That's what I always did. And then I started thinking, what else can I expand to? And, my other favorite thing is lipstick. So, just the same inspirations that I get for my nail polish, just the same inspirations I get for my lipsticks. Like here, I have my Argentina
Let's
one.
show it.
Okay.
So this is Argentina.
Yes, this is my Argentina one. So this one, is inspired by wine. Argentina's known for their wine, so this is, kind of a Malbec color.
Does it taste like wine?
It doesn't taste like wine, unfortunately.
That's the next step. That is the next step.
That'll be my real money maker. And I have Cuba here, like I said earlier. It's kind of inspired by un pastelito de guayaba y queso.
This one,
color
pink.
de guava.
Yummy.
And then this is my Nicaragua one. We have a drink called chicha. That's this color. So for all my Nicaraguans, they can have that one.
Yeah. So you have Nicaraguan and
Cubana.
Cubana. Then you grew up in New Orleans, but
Yes.
you have that influence.
Yes.
What inspired you to travel?
So I've always been into history and learning different things like that. I actually didn't go out of the country and get my first passport stamp until I was 24. So I started traveling late in life. My first big trip was to the Dominican Republic. And from there, just experiencing a whole different culture and everything, I just fell in love with traveling. And I was like, I have to do this all the time. I remember, I think after I came back from that trip, I had tweeted, I was like, somehow my future career needs to involve traveling. And that was
smart.
Right. That was like years ago. And I was, I had seen it come up on my memories thing. I was like, oh my God, I spoke it into existence.
Do you recommend doing that?
Yes, absolutely. You have to. I'm a big advocate of writing out your goals, speaking it into existence so that you can look back and see how far you've come, what you've been able to manifest. And even though, you might have wanted 10 customers and look, you've got 100 now. So it's amazing.
What was the first color you created? Do you remember?
Yes, the first color I created was my Caribe color. I don't have it with me. I have the zip powder version of it
you
here.
Also do the zip powders,
Yes.
which is like a newer trend.
It is. It is. So you put on a base and then you just open it up and you dip your finger in, and then it dries really fast. It can last up to 3 weeks. So, but
wow.
Yeah. So this was Caribe. That was my first color I made. Inspired,
Beautiful.
By the.
That's my favorite color right there.
you.
So I'm gonna have to get online.
Yes.
And get your product.
Passportpolish.com. So yes. So that was my first color I made in the regular polish. Like I have those right there. I was like, I love being in the water. My friends make fun of me because they're like, all you want to see is the pretty water over there. Like,
yes.
But I do. I love the water.
And then you look at the nails and
Right.
you think about your next vacation.
Exactly. So my first one was the Caribe one. So.
And what you told me that there is one that's very popular right now.
Morocco. So it's a bright yellow. It's actually inspired by the spices from over there. I was just looking at different pictures of their markets, and they have so many spices in every color you can think of. But that bright yellow just stood out to me a lot. So that's one of our best sellers right now.
So one of the really cool things, like I started following you and finding out about what you were doing and really learning more right now. But you have been featured in magazines all over the world.
Yes.
And it's like, okay, I guess your marketing background helped you a lot.
So my marketing background, I graduated from there in 2008. So now with the digital marketing, none of that stuff really holds valid anymore.
It's a whole different world.
It's a whole different ballgame. So right now I'm doing a program through Cornell for women's entrepreneurship. That's really putting me back, in the game for marketing as far as digital marketing. And one of the first magazines I had reach out to me found me on Instagram. And I'm like, I don't know what hashtag I used to help me, get noticed by you, but I'm glad for whatever I posted that day. And then, from there, the floodgates just kind of opened and it just kept going and growing. So it was really exciting.
That is very exciting.
Yeah.
So your products, everything happens via the website.
Yes.
The passportpolish.com, and you go there,
Yes.
you pick your colors, you say I want how many of this,
Right.
and what's the turnaround?
Because I overwork myself all the time, I can usually have stuff out to you within like 2 days, especially if I have the stuff made. But I also do custom colors. If you tell me, I want a bright purple or anything like that, I can make that for you too. Those usually take a little longer just because, I have to make sure it matches what you want before I send it out. Like I want it perfect before I send it, so it takes a little longer. But yeah, we usually work pretty quickly.
About how many colors, not the custom made obviously, but how many colors you have currently?
So in the regular polish we have about 25, in the tip powders 14, and then in the gels we have 8 right now, and then 9 for the lipsticks.
I just couldn't believe when you told me that you actually are like back there mixing everything, making the colors, packaging, sending. Like, okay, I thought she has to have a team. She has to outsource or something.
Me and these hands of the team.
It's incredible because you have all this knowledge. You went to school. You prepare for life, and not only that, like you didn't really cultivate your mind only, but you're also like very talented because this takes a talent.
It does. Thank you. Yeah, it's a color match and stuff like that. You can go to like Home Depot and color match, something for the wall. So people think I do it with the computer program. I'm like,
that's what I thought.
I'm like, just, my mind, I just look at it, I see it, and I'm like, okay, this needs more yellow, this needs more, blue or something like that. I don't know how. I'm like, I just see it.
It's definitely an art. Right. It's not, like, okay, you can mix colors, but this is so bright and so beautiful. Yeah. And I like what you said about you being conscious of what you put in your products to protect, your customers. That's very important. And right now, people are very conscious about the cruelty-free, the vegan stuff. And so, like, doesn't that make it harder?
It does, because the stuff that's used to make it vegan and cruelty-free is a little more expensive, but I would rather spend that than end up, with a customer. I'm getting an email from a customer saying, they have a bad infection or they got a rash, an allergic reaction or something like that. So I'd rather, it would give me more peace of mind, to spend those extra, couple of dollars, to do what I can to make sure they're happy with their product and their product is safe.
So when you pick the colors for the different countries, it's not something random. Like you go and do research.
Oh yeah, everyone is researched.
You do research or you go and do research?
It's a little bit of both. So for a lot of the countries I have been to, I take a bunch of pictures, of different random stuff I see. I can be, my friends kind of pick on me sometimes. They're like, what are you doing? And I'll just be like taking pictures of flowers in a bush or something like that. But some the stuff is inspired from people's kitchens and drinks, different things, like for Haiti, they have a dish called griot. It's a fried pork, and they marinate it in naranja. So it's like an orange color. So that's why my Haiti color is orange. That's something that's, all over their kitchen. So it might not be a flag color or anything like that. But it's a color they'd recognize in their kitchen.
Nice. Yeah, because when I read about it, it was like, we're inspiring the flag colors, the birds.
Right, all different things.
The flowers of the countries, which I thought that was a great concept.
Yeah, and like with Puerto Rico, we were talking about earlier, it's a coquí color. That's something they drink, at Christmas time. So, something a little nostalgic for each one.
There is other brands that like they have cute names and things like that, but I think this just goes more into it. It makes it more cultural.
It does.
It kind of like educates you too about the countries that you might want to go visit or that you are going to visit.
Exactly.
So do people tag their passport pictures with the nails all the time?
Yes, they do. That and the pouts. I get so excited when people send me pictures of their stuff, if they're about to go on a vacation, or if they'll make an order before they go on a vacation, like, I need vacation nails, so send me this. I get super excited to see them wear it all over the place.
So for those women out there who might be inspired by you, you made the change from the
from psychology,
and then you went into this business that you just thought about at 3 a.m. Yes. Is it worth it?
Absolutely. I have worked harder for myself than I have ever worked for anybody else, but it's worth it. I don't mind being awake until midnight working on my own stuff, because this is my passion, this is my dream. Everything runs through me. I'm not having to report to anybody else and ask them for their ideas and things like that. This is all mine. So if you are really into hard work and sacrifice, I absolutely 100% would encourage people to follow their dreams and stuff. So many people get stuck thinking, I can't do it, or how do I start? Reach out to people, talk to other people. Like I said, I was inspired by one of my friends to do it, it's good to have a good social circle around you, you know, to motivate you, inspire you, and things like that. And I'm really lucky that I have that around me. So, you know, absolutely follow those dreams.
Now you get to inspire everybody
I
else.
tried to.
All right.
I tried
Tell people how they can find your stuff.
So you can find us at passportpolish.com and on Instagram at The Passport Polish, Facebook Passport Polish LLC, and you can find us all there. Coming soon, we'll be in some retail stores. I can't say which ones right now, but for now, you can shop on passportpolish.com.
That's so exciting. I cannot wait to see you succeed and to
Thank
reach
you.
that goal that this other local lady accomplished.
The million in a day.
Black Friday, $1 million in sales.
That is super inspirational, especially because she's from here as well. So, you know, let's put New Orleans on the map even more. You know, I want to get those $1 million in sales too.
Well, thank you so much for being with us. You might stick around, we'll see. But right now we're going to go to the Creole Tomato Fest that took place last weekend. Jay and I were there enjoying delicious Bloody Marys and looking at these beautiful plump Creole tomatoes. So let's take a look at the Creole Tomato Festival.
Hola amigos de Conexiones, yo soy Jay Cuello y te cuento que estamos aquí en el Festival del Tomate. Estamos aquí disfrutando, aparte de las Bloody Marys, estamos disfrutando de todo lo que se hace a base de tomate. Y me encuentro con Ana María, quien tuvo el placer de entrevistar a una de las agricultoras del Creole Tomatoes. Vamos a ver qué le comentó esta señora a Ana María.
So we're here at the Creole Tomato Festival. This is the 33rd year they're doing this tomato festival. And you represent an organization that grows Creole tomatoes, is that right?
Yes, we do. It's a small family farm in the traditional sense. So it's me, my husband, my adult son, and adult daughter, and we do all the work ourselves.
And so why growing Creole tomatoes?
Because they're delicious. Customers love them, and you can't buy a good tomato in a grocery store because they're picked green, ripened with ethylene, and put in the refrigerator. And we don't do any of those things to Creole tomatoes.
I know they're like plump and juicy and yummy. What is it that in Louisiana that makes them special?
It's the rich alluvial soil of the Mississippi River, plus the fact that they're vine ripened and they're brought straight to market and they're never refrigerated. And I tell all my customers, don't put your tomatoes in the refrigerator. It'll just make them mealy and tasteless, and they're so yummy delicious.
And so what is the advantage of participating in a festival like this?
It's terrific because what happens with the tomatoes is once they start to get ripe, they all get ripe at once. So it really peaks out. So I suspect that what happened historically is that was happening for the farmers and they needed an outlet for their tomatoes. So it's worked perfectly for us. We've really been able to sell all of our ripe tomatoes and get our supply and demand balanced again.
And so if people wanted to buy directly from you, not during the festival, how can they find you?
Find us at Crescent City Farmers Market. We're there uptown on Tuesdays and downtown on Saturdays, 52 weeks a year.
Tú eres una visitante y estás probando las deliciosas Bloody Marys de Miss Linda.
Sí, por la primera vez.
¿De dónde vienes?
De Houston.
¿Y por qué estás aquí este fin de semana? ¿En alguna actividad específica?
Estamos viajando en carro y esta está en nuestro camino. Entonces estamos parando en New Orleans por 2 noches.
Y se encontraron con el Creole Tomato Festival y con este pedacito del festival que es acerca de las Bloody Marys. Cuéntame qué parece esta Bloody Mary.
Delicioso, de verdad que es el más rico que he probado. Es súper picante y súper rico.
Y también tiene un montón de vegetales, así que es saludable, ¿no?
Bueno, lo más saludable que puede ser. También tenía un huevo, pero ya me lo comí.
So we're getting one of the best Bloody Marys in the world here from Miss Linda. Tell me your secret, or sort of your secret.
Started. Oh my God, now she know better than that. Ask about that secret. I can't give you that secret, girl. My mom and grandma said if you get that secret out, you got to kill her.
I thought it was love.
With plenty love. Yeah, it is made with love. You know, I love what I do. I enjoy it. I've been winning a lot of contests with this Mary, And we're trying to take it to another level now. We want to put it in stores now. So, I'm pretty excited about that. And, it derives from Yakima. It is all about the seasoning. That's what it's about, the seasoning.
You're expanding all over with your product. But the good thing about this Bloody Marys is that we are in the Creole Tomato Festival. And what better way to have tomatoes than in a delicious Bloody Mary, right?
And I make my Bloody Mary mix from scratch.
That's why it's so fresh and that's why it's so good.
Found out that a lot of people really, really love my Bloody Marys. And I happened yesterday I won. And I'm very proud of myself.
Congratulations. Once again, this is not the first time you win.
No, ma'am. It's not the first time.
All right, let's see how this Bloody Mary is going to end up. So it's kind of like breakfast, too.
Oh, Lord, that's what everybody say, too. It's like breakfast. Oh, my God. I love it because I like that savory, taste. I love that savory taste.
And the okra.
Yeah, the okra, you got your beans, you got your tomatoes because it's tomato festival. And then the prize of it all is that hard-boiled egg.
Thank you so much, Miss Linda. I'm sure I'm going to have a great time tasting this delicious Bloody Mary.
Y esto fue el Creole Tomato Festival. Cuéntame, Ana, ¿cómo te la pasaste en este festival?
Súper bien, me encanta ver que se apoye todo lo que es la economía de Luisiana, en este caso a través de la agricultura de los tomates y la gente divirtiéndose, escuchando buena música y comiendo delicioso como siempre aquí en esta ciudad.
Sí, muy rico todo y bueno, vamos a estar como siempre cubriendo todos estos festivales para que no se pierdan ni uno de los detalles.
Así es, nos vemos la próxima vez y esperamos encontrarlos por aquí en la ciudad para conversar con ustedes.
Así es, bye.
We are finally back at the studio and we're here with Mari still. We're going to talk about some New Orleans stuff. And Paula from the Hispanic Apostolate had an issue coming here, but I do want to mention that the Hispanic Apostolate of the Archdiocese of New Orleans is having their summer night gala on Friday, June 21st at the Magnolia Plantation. So most people around know that the Hispanic Apostolate helps in a lot of different ways to our migrant community, and they provide a lot of services that are essential for their coming and adapting into the culture here and the community. So if you feel like you want to be part of this celebration and you want to help out, they're going to have a silent auction, they're going to have music, food, drinks. It's a nice event on Friday, June 21st at the Magnolia Plantation. For more information, you can go to Hispanic Apostolate apostoladohispano.org, or you can email hispanicapostolate@arch-no.org. So back to the fun things. You grew up in Colombia. No, I grew up in Colombia. You grew up in New Orleans. Yes. You have your Latino heritage. What is it that you love about the city?
I love New Orleans. It's called, the northernmost Caribbean city, because a lot of the stuff here, if you go to Puerto Rico, if you go to Cuba, a lot of it looks like home, so I love that, we have so much influence from different cultures here. There's, as much as I travel, I wouldn't want to live anywhere else. Like, I love it here, the food, culture, the music, how we have festivals like every weekend for different things, I just wouldn't want to live anywhere else.
Do we have a New Orleans color?
We don't have a New Orleans color, but when the Saints were on their way to the Super Bowl before we were robbed, I did have my black and gold colors. I did put out that, but I'm actually working with one of my male model, actually. His name is Io Scott. He's a local artist, and we're actually going to work on a New Orleans collection for later in the fall.
That was so interesting. I saw he paints his nails. There is a meaning behind this,
yes,
right?
So he actually just paints his thumbnail. It's in honor of his dad. He was at the hospital with his father. Don't exactly remember the story on how he ended up painting his nail, but now he just paints it, and is in tribute to his dad now. And, he messaged me one day about getting some nail polish. The idea just kind of grew together. I posted him, and couple days later, British GQ reached out to us about doing a little feature on us, and I was like, oh, we've got to run with this now. If it's Bad Bunny wears nail polish,
Right.
and full sets and everything. So I was like, okay, maybe the male market we got to tap into. So
Interesting. You're
Yeah.
right there in the forefront,
Right.
ready to serve this market.
Exactly, I'm ready to serve. If Bad Bunny needs some nail polish, I'll be glad to make him some.
Call her. Instagram.
Right.
And what are your favorite places in town?
In town, oh, Lord, one of my favorite places to eat at is Munch Factory. I love the food there. And right next door, there's a place called Down the Hatch. It's a Cuban-owned place. I absolutely love
Really?
it. Yeah.
I don't know where these are.
It's on Magazine Street.
Okay.
Yeah, so those are two of my favorite places to go to. And then, wherever has crawfish as well.
Ah, crawfish. Is the season getting
This season's pretty much
ending?
over.
Yeah,
but
that's sad.
Yeah, so
There's always next year.
Exactly. I'm allergic to shellfish, but I take the risk and eat
Wow.
eat my crawfish.
That's the love of the crawfish. then.
Exactly. I'm a New Orleans girl for life, so I didn't get allergic to it until I was like 30. So I was like, I can't live without it now.
Oh, too bad.
Right.
Well, there's other wonderful things that probably you're not allergic to.
Right.
So enjoy all that. Thank you so much for coming here to
Not a
tell us
problem.
about your business, to inspire other people to do their own, and to represent all our beautiful Latino countries with your colorful products.
Right. Muchas gracias.
So, again, the Instagram.
The passport polish.
All right, don't forget to check her out and to get some of her wonderful products. Now we're gonna go with Jay and we're gonna talk about what events are coming up. Do not miss these events. We want to see you there.
Hola, soy Jay con los mejores eventos aquí en NOLA. Este 13 de junio inicia el New Orleans Tango Festival en el French Quarter, con variedad de artistas y DJs invitados en el Aston Crown Plaza Hotel. Otro de los festivales populares en camino es el NOLA Caribbean Fest, que celebra la cocina, la música, el baile, la cultura del Caribe, al tiempo que destaca las conexiones profundamente arraigadas de New Orleans como la ciudad más al norte del Caribe. Tendrá lugar del 20 al 23 de este mes. El siguiente en la lista es Festivals, una celebración anual del empoderamiento y la hermandad de las mujeres. Cada año, este festival, que dura todo el fin de semana, llena a la ciudad con eventos exclusivos, talleres interesantes, almuerzos principales, oradores exclusivos y más. El Festivals 2019 se lleva a cabo del 21 al domingo 23 de junio en el June Hotel. La gran diva de este año será la artista de Cajun Amanda Shaw. El viernes 21 de junio es el Opera in the Piazza. El American Italian Cultural Center presenta una noche de música al aire libre con Lena Prima y un conjunto de cantantes de ópera que presentan una selección de arias con comida y bebida para disfrutar. Y finaliza con el Cajun Zydeco Festival, la 13ª edición anual del único festival de Nueva Orleans que presenta exclusivamente música Cajun y Zydeco. El festival se lleva a cabo del sábado 22 al domingo 23 de junio en el Armstrong Park, en el centro de Nueva Orleans. La admisión es completamente gratis. Para más detalles de todos estos eventos, visita vivanolamac.com y cuéntame en los comentarios cuáles eventos asistirás. Yo soy Jay Cuello y te espero la próxima semana con más eventos aquí en NOLA.
Bueno, Jay ya viene para acá a estar conmigo. Vamos a hablar un ratico sobre todos estos eventos que están sucediendo y vamos a también contar. Hey, hola, ¿cómo estás?
Hola, bien, aquí ya.
Qué rápida, llegaste rapidísimo hasta aquí.
Súper rápido.
Bueno, cuéntame qué te pareció el Passport Polish, este negocio.
Estoy impresionada con eso. Wow, es un talento, como lo estabas diciendo, es un talento, es un arte, es como, no sé, yo creo que ya cada persona lo trae, no es así como que lo aprendas, sino que más bien es un talento interno que solo tienes que desenvolver.
Pues
Me encantó.
yo estoy impresionada y estoy feliz de saber que se está expandiendo y está creciendo y que es un negocio local, pero que puede llegar a todo el mundo. Es una maravilla que esté pasando esto y que sea una latina la que nos representa con este tipo de negocios.
Eso te iba a decir, orgullo latino.
Exacto. Y entonces, ¿cuáles son los eventos que más te llaman la atención de estos que hablamos?
El que más me gustó ahorita, bueno, el del tango, que tenemos que ir, por supuesto, este fin de semana, y el del Caribbean, el Caribbean
Festival.
Festival también, tenemos que ir a ese, me gusta mucho, porque es por parte del Caribe y todo, me imagino que van a haber mucha gente ahí latina de Ceiba o más, entonces hay que ir también.
Sí, que tenemos mucha influencia caribeña.
Sí.
¿Y el Tomato Fest qué tal estuvo?
El Tomato Fest me gustó muchísimo porque me gustan las Bloody Marys y estaban súper ricas, entonces sí, lo disfruté muchísimo. Y te iba a decir de los comentarios que la gente está comentando, dice Patricia Pineda que hola desde Gulfport, información por favor sobre eventos, ya les dimos la información de los eventos y espero que les haya servido muchísimo y que los encontremos por ahí. Pues nada, está viéndonos Cintia, está saludando Marta Uribe. Y pues no sé si quieres ver.
No, pues saludos para todos, gracias por estar con nosotros. Vamos a empezar a interactuar un poco más con todos ustedes, a recibir sus preguntas, sus comentarios para poder expresarlos durante el show. ¿Algo más que quieras agregar tú?
No, solamente estoy súper feliz de que el programa ya es el tercer programa que llevamos y pues que sigan viéndonos y nosotros felices de compartir con ustedes tanto festivales como talentos latinos que viven aquí en Nueva Orleans.
Así es, y toda la información, what you said, I'm going to translate it just in case. So we're happy to have our third show. We're happy to feature local talent. Latino, local events, organizations that are doing great work. And we hope to interact a little bit more with you, and we hope that you stay tuned every Wednesday on Conexiones, and we'll see you next time.
Yes.